welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. So I did make a video like this last year, and I thought I'd make one this year as well and see how my system has changed, or some of the similarities, some of the things I still keep in my journal system, because I feel like with a lot of the journals I have, it worked for me, so I feel like I'm going to continue it this year as well. So starting with some of the old stuff, the staples that I had from last year, I'm just going to start with my main journal to begin. This is the journal that I just kind of write whatever in. I do my journal entries in here. I barely decorated the front for this one. The journal I used last year was the same type of journal, same color. And this is a journal where I like to answer prompts. I just do free writing, stream of consciousness style, or whatever I'm really feeling. And sometimes I do really cute aesthetic pages for little trips and days I have with friends. Other times I'm messy with it. It really depends on what I feel like. And this is where I write like my New Year's goals as well. And it's also where I have my habit tracker that I started doing in 2025 late into the year. For example, this is what mine looks like for January. I feel like each month it gets more simplified. My past ones were cuter, but a lot of people usually switch these two pages around, but I switched it because it makes much more sense to have like the day summary sentence for each day on the right hand side, and then we have the habits and sleep tracker on the left hand side, because the sentences that you put for like the highlights of the day, it would make sense if it's written at the end of the day, whereas the tracker is where you would look at in the morning. And this has been really good. It's made me kind of start my day off with my intentions in mind quickly, because, you know, especially as a student, I feel like there's not a lot of time to do as much intentional thinking work as I'd like to. And I'm sure even if you're not a student, it's kind of a difficult habit to keep track with sometimes. So this just makes it a really quick, easy, fun, trackable way of maintaining your habits throughout the month. So there's that. So yeah, this is just, you know, my main journal. I use her pretty much every day. Okay, next up we have my other kind of main journal. I set this up in one of my other videos in the past when I was taking my gap semester. It's basically like a traveler's journal dupe. Here's what she looks like. This is where I have my daily planner, and then I have another notebook in here for just passwords, random things like my crochet project I was working on. These are like my weekly planners. I went through one already, and then the next notebook I have in here is kind of like my creative and miscellaneous pages, gift ideas, things like that. And then the last one I labeled as my food and drink reviews, and I started like illustrating the food and drinks and rating them when I go to new places. But I don't know if I'm really going to keep up with this. It's kind of a lot of work, but whenever I feel like it, I'll update it. So there's that. It's just like the blank pages to draw and doodle on. But yeah, this is basically my planner journal. I use her every day as well. Okay, and then I also had these two journals in my last journaling system. This one is where I write down my dreams that I have, because if you're my friend, you know I have crazy dreams. I even had a crazy dream last night. I texted my friend about it because she was driving in my dream like crazy, and we kind of fell off the cliff. And then in the end of my dream, there were cannibals trying to eat me and my brothers. So yeah, I have this, and this is where I write my dreams. And then this little guy is happy days. This is my mini note, and when I remember to and I have a really happy day, I just kind of write a short entry. Just so this is only full. So this one is simply for the purpose of being full of positivity, because sometimes I want to look back at the good days I've had and it's easier if I have them all compiled in a place like this, so I can see just kind of like the headings of the good days I have, if that makes sense. And then I also have this one Ava gifted on my 20th birthday. It says, happiness depends upon ourselves. We are shaped and fashioned by what we love. And in this one, I wrote my self-worth and love journey, the little and big things I do for myself. And so this one is where I kind of track and write whenever I do something that is for me, like little things. Mainly made my own order decision at Okayama, which is this cafe I really love. So I write the date and then what I did, because choosing your own orders and choosing what you want to buy, that's like also a little thing that contributes to what builds your confidence, because it's your decision instead of asking your friends like, should I do this or this, you know. Worked out, speaking up for myself, little moments like that, I write that in here. Ate whole foods, I cooked, but I haven't really been consistent with this one. I only have 1/2 of a page written in here, but I think I definitely want to highlight this one this year, so I'm gonna keep this one in my little planner so that I can just have that. See, I think that the trick is simple is better, but I really like having different specific notebooks. Having some separate notebooks are necessary too, so I think the best thing is to have a leather journal thing cover you can put all of these multiple journals into, so that you can keep it all with you, but it's like separated and organized into its main component and purpose. And then this is my little common journal. I've had this one for years. I mainly use it for recipes, honestly. Random thoughts, things I have to do, like things that are just running around in my head that I always forget about, because I find that when I write it in here, my head feels lighter. I'm just not as overwhelmed with things because all the random thoughts and reminders are all just written down here. But yeah, a lot of it consists of recipes. And then random pages of me talking about why are people scared to be vulnerable, my thoughts on love, stuff like that. And then the next page will be like protein cookie dough, literally. But yeah, this one's just like a throw around. It's really important to learn how to not be a perfectionist when it comes to your journals. I think that's really the key to having a journal system that you're actually going to use, or else you get too scared to even use it. So you need to practice being messy and writing whatever, doing whatever. So even though I have these like specific journals for different purposes, I don't constrict myself and have like rules, if that makes sense. Not too strict of guidelines, just guidelines. Okay, and then this journal is my food diary. I've always struggled with my relationship with food since I was young, and I'm at the best place I've ever been in my journey, but sometimes it's still really hard, especially in college, not to binge or, you know, come back to these bad habits, because I'm just kind of stuck in this one area where my living room is connected to my kitchen because it's such a small space. Like, I'm literally looking at it right now. My kitchen is right here. So to help me stay on track and things like that and slow down while eating, this is kind of my notebook that I use for different recipes, writing staple groceries that I generally always have to buy for college, so I don't have to think too much about it. It's really about helping me not get decision fatigue and also being more mindful with my eating habits. A lot of times I really need to write the meals I'm thinking of, like meal options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, so that I have a bunch of different options depending on how I feel, so I can choose out of the different options depending on how I feel that day. And then on the next page, I'll write what I actually ended up eating, and then I'll do a little journal entry of how I feel after eating. Like, I feel full, I feel content, and it just really makes you kind of pause and connect with your body. And it is really helpful. It has really helped me to keep up that habit in the morning and throughout the day, because sometimes, again with college especially, it's easy to mindlessly eat and snack around and not listen to your body and not feed it what it needs and nourish it. So that's that. And then my favorite part, onto my new notebooks. So this one I got in October. I got this the day before my mom's birthday because I wanted a journal specifically to write letters to her, especially on special days like her birthday. And this journal was so her. Yeah, this is just a journal to write directly to my mom. And I think it'll help me a lot to continue writing this whenever I miss her and think about her, or just memories I have of her. Just to have it all compiled in one book that I can flip back to whenever I'm missing her. Next, I got these 3 Midori gridded notebooks. I mainly only use grid, and they're really thin and small. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna fit. So I got this, and I was gonna replace it with the purpose of this notebook, but I think it's gonna fit. This is a miracle. It's perfect to kind of put with other notebooks. And this one I turned into my budgeting journal. So this one is going to be my finances and managing that and organizing all of that, and I'm really excited for that because I feel like having a little journal for all of that, to even just take notes on new things I learn about managing my money, it just simplifies the process, makes it seem less scary in my head, and turning something into like a journaling thing just makes it more exciting for me. So I think having this little notebook has made me more eager to be mindful about how I spend my money. It's just made me organized, more on top of things, and one of my goals this year is to be more financially literate, so this is contributing to that. I also bought this clear case for the Midori notebooks, so I'm excited to use that. That's gonna be for the budgeting one, I think. Okay, and then this one, I got this notebook from like Five Below or something a long time ago, a couple years back, and I've been using it as kind of like my cafe / my dreams planner for my career. I have one of the Midori notebooks in here. This one, I'm gonna use it to make some prettier notes, kind of maybe even draw out furniture or styling concepts for the cafe that I want to open one day. So this has kind of been like my cafe journal, but I'll write notes, I'll write random things I need to make sure of for the process of opening up a cafe in the future. Sometimes when I think about writing in here, I burden myself with the idea of, oh, I shouldn't add anything that's too out of the ballpark or not realistic, and everything in here should kind of just be attainable. But I think that's the opposite of what the dream notebook should be. I think I should be just putting things out there, getting these crazy ideas out there, and really conceptualizing what I want the cafe to potentially be like. Because if I restrict myself in any way, it only dulls down how much I believe in myself, and it's just stupid. Like, why would you do that? So I think the whole point of this journal is to dream big and write everything down here, because who knows? So I have notes about potential costs, tax stuff, cafe name options, the brand image, taglines, stuff like that. I have a lot of my motives, ingredients, drink ideas. It's just really fun, honestly. Especially throughout last semester, I found myself kind of daydreaming throughout a lot of my classes, and that's when I'd kind of open this up and write a bunch of things. And it's really fun to dream about this cafe. So I think it's really good for me to have this. And let's say my dreams change, which I've been experiencing recently, and some things that I write in here don't happen. That's completely fine. I feel like the purpose of this journal is not to make sure that everything happens, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. I guess I'm trying to say that dreaming is in itself so important to the process, and if I don't let myself dream big, the chances of me getting to my goals are only going to shrink. So it's good. It like motivates me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But there's that. And then my most exciting notebook of this year is my little travel journal. This is the journal that I'm going to be dedicating to my traveling this year. I have always dreamed about traveling, and now I'm in a place in my life where so long as I save up money, I feel like I have no ties and I can travel to wherever I want. And that's what I want. That's what my mom also wanted. And I just need to see the world personally. Like, I get really excited about learning about different cultures and things like that. So I got this journal. It's pretty simple. It's a gridded journal. I already planned something in here because over spring break I'm going to my friend's hometown in San Francisco. So on the left I kind of wrote what I'm looking forward to, and then on the right is where I'm going to start journaling when I actually get there, put photos, tickets, little scrapbooking type things for my traveling experience. So this is just going to have all of the traveling memorabilia type things, and I'm so excited. And I also started off by writing in here my 2026 travel bucket list, places I know I'm going, places on my radar, and I'm so excited to give an update throughout my next video, like my 2027 journaling system updated video, to see how much I end up using this and all the travels I get to do. I'm just trying to get at least one new place per year. I'm grateful if I'm able to travel anywhere. It's a very big privilege. So yeah, that's my 2026 journal system update. Throughout 2025, I'm so proud of myself because I really put to action my goals and things I wanted to focus on as well as not do. I've really built up great habits over last year and over the past couple of years, so I feel like I just need to maintain that throughout this year. Just continue being really grateful. Health is wealth. I've really been focusing on showing people love without holding myself back, and that goes for anybody, not just friends and family, just strangers too. Not being afraid to show my excitement and enthusiasm for things. I have made so many new experiences, so many memories last year. Ooh, the last thing I wanted to do actually is go over my 2025 goals from last year. Oh, except I can't because I left that journal at home. Maybe I'll watch back my old video and then make a new video. That's too much. I do know that I did not fulfill my YouTube goals because I kind of disappeared, but I also feel like that was valid because my mom ended up passing away a couple weeks after my 2025 goals video, and that kind of threw my world around. So I hope you understand that. But this year, I'm really planning to be consistent with YouTube. But at the same time, I'm kind of trying not to pressure myself too much because I feel like, well, Galila always tells me that I shouldn't force myself to do things. But in this case, I feel like I should. I'll just try to post more and more consistently because I do have a shit ton of footage. So I just need to get that out so I'm not constipated footage wise. Also, look at this is a little snail necklace. If you watched my last vlog, you know my best friend and I got us matching necklaces. It's a snail. I know, it's really cute, and it's a reminder to slow down and take it easy sometimes and really be present. I feel like it really is fitting with this video's theme. Ooh, if you have like a really good journaling system going for you, please let me know because I would love to hear other people's inputs on what works for them and what doesn't. So yeah, that's my 2026 journal system update. I hope you have a lovely weekend. What the flip? Oh my god. Wait, I saw Ava do this once to me. Oh. Okay. Bye.